Hey everybody, Laura St. John here from Strong Confident Living with one of our most popular broadcasts in a remix. The scale is a jerk. Public service announcement. This thing right here, this inanimate object that we give so much emotional power to and so much control to, kind of like a bad boyfriend or a bad girlfriend. Is it time for a breakup? Is it time for a shakeup? Or is it time to redefine your relationship with the scale? Does it control you at all? Does it control your emotions? Do you use it to punish yourself? You know, there are so many things around the scale that are so important and it impacts so many people. So thank you in advance for hitting the share button and sharing this broadcast out, because this one impacts so many people every single day that may have a bad day because of stepping on the scale in the morning and can be like literally kind of spewing out anger and ick into the world just because of this little baby. So thank you for tuning in. The Scale is a Jerk is one of our favorite broadcasts here at Strong Confident Living. Thanks to Andrea Reimer. She coined that phrase a long time ago. And I'm going to walk you through 5 scenarios. But first, welcome here to Strong Confident Living. If you're brand new, we are a lifestyle community of fitness, nutrition, and mindset. We're here to up spiral lives. We turn them up one day at a time. We broadcast Monday through Friday with motivation and tips. This is Attitude Week. We are in a 6-week free online challenge, and Attitude Week is about what you impact the world with, how are you received in the world, and then how are you sometimes thrown off by external things that can control how you feel, your attitude. So we are diving into this broadcast right now. And again, thank you for sharing this stuff out. Thanks for being part of the community. Thanks for adding your friends and family to our free online challenge. Every week's a different theme, and attitude is amazing. So let's get it done. I have 5 scenarios, and I want you to think about your reaction to the scale. It's going to tell you a lot about what you might need to work on. Now, you might be resonating with one of these 5. You might be resonating with all 5. So let's take a deep dive. Is the scale controlling you? We're gonna make it like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Are you, number 1, easily controlled and swayed? For example, if it's the morning and you go and you're about to step on the scale and you're like, I was so good last night, I was so healthy, I'm gonna step on the scale, boom, boom. Oh, it's an angel. I am down 2 pounds. I love this thing. It makes me feel so good that I am down a couple pounds. Okay, so on one side of the pendulum, is it swaying your emotion to the good? Is it an angel? You love this tool because it's telling you that you've lost some weight. Okay, on the flip side, okay, you may have even just been good and healthy last night. You step on the scale and it might be like 2 or 3 pounds more. And suddenly you're like, what? WTF? WTF? The scale is a jerk. It doesn't know what I'm talking about. I've been eating healthy. What is going on? I'm like doing this clean eating thing. I'm weaving in good protein. What is up? I am gaining weight. And then suddenly it's a jerk. So the first relationship scenario is, are you easily controlled? Does something like this scale take away your emotional power, your attitude? Does it sway you in either direction and then possibly send you off on a tizzy that morning and you're not having a good day because of this thing and what it told you? Okay, so 1, then you need to redefine your relationship, right? This is all about becoming a scale boss, not allowing anything to take control of your emotions. So that's number 1. Are you easily controlled? Well, that's a ding, ding, ding moment in any relationship, right? Are you easily swayed by a relationship, by a work relationship, by a home relationship? That would be an interesting thing for you to recognize, is the pattern with just the scale in there. Or are you easily controlled and swayed outside of that by external things? Okay, that's 1. On the flip side, controlling. Okay, what about you controlling the relationship with the scale? Do you control like every ounce? Do you measure yourself constantly of, I'm up a half a pound, I'm down a half a pound? Some people like measure to the ounces. So are you so controlling or a perfectionist? And the whole thing is, okay, we're human beings for a reason. So this is where I want you to expect the fluctuation. You are not a rock, okay? You are not something like this that's inanimate. You are a fluctuating human being that may have changes in hormones or changes in body mass. As you are targeting like fat loss, especially if you're following our Simple 6 meal plan and isogenics, like as you're targeting fat loss, at the same time you're building lean muscle at the same time. So although people see, especially following Strong Confident Living and all the things that we do here, you may see dramatic weight loss in the beginning and you're like, oh, I love the scale, it's an angel. As soon as you start like weaving in then toned, ripped, lean muscle, it's gonna then plateau and then your body's gonna shrink wrap and get more lean and mean, and suddenly it's like the scale doesn't show you all that. So stop controlling the pieces in the relationship. Stop looking to be a perfectionist and expect the fluctuation. Expect like a 5-pound-ish fluctuation. Maybe you had a little extra salt last night. Maybe you had a glass of wine. Maybe it is that time of the month. I don't know, but expect the fluctuation to happen and don't be so controlling of every little piece. Okay, so 1 was, are you controlled by it? Number 2 is, do you try to control every little piece? Okay, the third one's kind of funny, but not funny, not funny. Needy, a needy relationship with the scale. Needy, kind of obsessive. No one wants someone needy and obsessive, okay? Do you need this thing to tell you you're doing a good job? Do you need to step on it to measure your success? Because success is not one-dimensional. This is one tool to measure yourself. Okay, this does not measure how happy you are. This does not measure how nice you are. Again, this does not measure how hard you just hit it at the gym. So are you needy, obsessive? Do you need truly an outside tool to tell you how awesome you're becoming? Because getting healthy is a process. It's a multidimensional process that requires multidimensional ways to measure yourself. So do not just measure yourself in one little dimension. And then also with that neediness, don't say, I need you, scale, or I need you, external source, to tell me I'm doing a good job. Give yourself a little bit more credit. Okay, you can do this. You can get healthier. You can get yourself measured in multiple ways. Measure your attitude. Measure how awesome you are when you walk in that room. Okay, so don't be needy and give yourself really that more credit. Give yourself that pat on the back for little stuff that you're doing. Okay, number 4. So needy, get rid of the neediness. Number 4, and welcome guys as you're tuning in. Doing the scale as a jerk. This is a little bit of a remix where we're going through 5 scenarios that are very typical. Okay, so the next story in the relationship is the punisher. Okay, punishing. Are you just waiting for someone to do something wrong, including yourself? Okay, so if so, are you the punisher? Are you like, I know I had the chicken wings last night and an extra beer or 2. All right, and maybe I threw in some French fries. I am feeling really crappy about myself today and my choices last night. So I am just gonna step on the scale right now and say, I am bad. I feel ick, I feel guilty, I feel shameful, and this thing just repeats the punishment. It's going to tell me, yes, Laura, you should feel so bad about yourself. You should feel bad about what you ate last night. You should punish yourself and look back and regret. No, that's the biggest ding, ding, ding moment, okay? If you are living your life controlled, again, by the scale, kind of like step 1 story, but if you're doing it and purposely stepping on it to repunish yourself from a choice that you didn't actually want to make, it wasn't maybe the best choice, it's time to redefine your relationship and really tune in here at Strong Confident Living to redefine where you are now and where you're going and not what you did yesterday. Okay, and not constantly bashing yourself and being mean to yourself. So do not use the scale. And not, honestly, like be careful with any relationship that is about guilt and shame and punishment and regret and not moving forward. Okay, so thanks. Yay, Allison, my girl. All right. So 1, easily controlled. 2, controlling relationship. 3, needy obsessive. 4, punishing. Punishing. Ooh, that's the worst one, guys. When you punish yourself, you take the you that's inside, the one that's lean and mean and waiting to bust out and show the world how awesome you are, and you make that inner you run and hide, okay, from that you that's beating yourself up. And that you that's beating yourself up, by stepping on that scale, you are giving that one a stronger voice, more power. Even worse, if you've got little beings in your house or in your community, or you're stepping on that scale at the gym in disgust of yourself, they're watching and they're feeling you, and your attitude's being received. So that's really the number one thing that I want you to change, not only as a mom and as a gym owner, but to help impact the world. That's why we share this broadcast out. That's why we do it again. Stop punishing yourself. Start being nicer to yourself. Don't use this tool to repeat the punishing, okay? Number 5, oh my gosh, I'm so scared of the scale, Laura, that I'm just gonna get rid of it altogether. Okay, I'm not even gonna have a relationship. Okay, have you had enough bad relationships that you're like, done with relationships? No, I'm not saying that you have to get rid of the scale. I'm saying that it's time to redefine the scale. So relationship number 5 is fearful. Do you not step on the scale out of complete fear? Or do you put it away out of fear in the closet? Or do you get rid of it because you're so fearful of its control? That's not entirely healthy either of a relationship, right? We can't say that didn't feel good, so I'm never gonna do it again, right? We have to just live, learn, and move forward. So what I want you to do in the fearful thing is recognize that if you've maybe had a mix and match of all these different relationships, it is just awareness. It is about you defining what's gonna measure your true levels of success. Is it just a number on a scale? No, it's you showing up in this world in the best version of you possible, mentally, physically, actively, and just what you're giving to the world. That starts with you treating yourself better and not using the scale as like another indicator of a bad relationship. So guys, take a look at those steps again, replay, share this out, and know again that success is multi-dimensional. It is why we bring in fitness, nutrition, and mindset here into Strong Confident Living. We are a multi-dimensional community because there's so many different facets that you're going to find your best you, okay? Think better, move better, and feel better every single day, a little bit more. Use the scale as a form of measurement, but only one. And no, it's not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. There's actually better measurement tools. And the best is how you feel about yourself. And when you put on your clothes and they're starting to fall off and feel a little bit better, and then when they're not, to not beat yourself up, that you're like, but I'm still working on it. Other people here in the community, they're doing it. I'm seeing non-scale victories here all the time at Strong Confident Living. People losing 5, 10, 50, 100 plus pounds. They're doing it. I can do it. We're getting all healthy, active, and fit together. So thanks for being part of the movement. Thank you for sharing. The scale really isn't a jerk or an angel. It is just a tool. We don't need to give it all this power anymore. So let's just look at it for what it is. Thank you guys so much. Join Strong Confident Living on Facebook. Take a look at our, Strong Confident Living website. Go back to anyone who sent you this or shared this with you and say thanks. This video, when it gets shared, truly impacts so many people. So thank you guys. Have an awesome day.